On September 21st in the year of 1900, a West Indian hurricane came in off the Gulf of Mexico and swamped the city of Galveston, Texas. Over 5,000 people were drowned. It was on a September evening. The sky was dark and gray. The mighty winds and waters were raging all that day. Well, the rich folks in the mansions and the poor folks in the dell, they were swept into eternity, not a story left to tell. And wasn't that a mighty time? Mighty time. Wasn't that a mighty time that evening when the storm wind struck our town? It was on a September evening. The storm was raging wild. I saw a woman clinging to her husband and a child. Well, they both did battle faithfully. That poor child's life was saved. But they were swept into eternity and they filled that watery grave. And wasn't that a mighty time? Mighty time. Wasn't that a mighty time that evening when the storm wind struck our town? There was an engineer and a fireman. They say they both were brave. They fought about 10,000 lives if they heard they could save. He said, man, the water's rising and we must get across. They pulled that train to the island side, but the fireman, he was lost. And wasn't that a mighty time? Mighty time. Wasn't that a mighty time that evening when the storm wind struck our town? Well, the sky was filled with lightning. The storm winds rose and fell. That sure must have been one wicked town, 'cause Mother Nature sure raised hell. Oh, there were gamblers and deacons, black and white they say. Oh, men did mingle freely in a watery grave that day. And wasn't that a mighty time? Mighty time. Wasn't that a mighty time that evening when the storm wind struck our town? Now when the storm was over next morning and the waters back to roll, 5,000 souls were drowned. Now wasn't that a sight to behold? You can talk about the Mississippi or the Johnson flood of old, but the story of Galveston, it will never, never be told. And wasn't that a mighty time? Mighty time. Wasn't that a mighty time that evening when the storm wind struck our town? Mighty time. Wasn't that a mighty time? Wasn't that a mighty time that evening when the storm wind struck our town?